my everyone, how are you all? I'm sorry it's been a little bit of time since my last video. Sadly, I'm just so busy. Well, not sadly, because I love this term in school, but it's a little bit bonkers. So I'm having less time to make videos. I'm still crafting, but having less time to record it. I've had a lovely new camera for my birthday. There it is. Da-da-da. And it was up here a second ago filming, but I'm having trouble trying to get all of my desk in, so adjustments need to be made apparently. So I'm doing a bit of a flip through of my project life. I cannot believe I've almost done a year of it and I've kept up to date, and I've absolutely loved it. And I really enjoy looking back each time I'm doing my month retrospectively. I love looking back at the previous months. So this was week 44 and I was celebrating reaching 600 subscribers. So I decided to do a December daily giveaway, which went down really well. And as I said, it's been such an amazing journey on YouTube, and it's all down to you, you fantastic people that have chosen to subscribe to me. It really does mean the world to me. This was a week of celebrations actually, because it was firework, it's bonfire night. But it was also Remembrance Day, and here I am. We were due to take the whole school across. The weather app showed torrential rain, so we made the decision to do it in school. Hence, we had a glorious day then. So I then ended up taking the wreaths across after school when it decided to rain. So this is the War Memorial, which is local to our school. And the children then all did, I don't know whether you can see, oh, you probably can't see the detail. They all made a poppy for homework, and we made our own school wreaths. This one is a bit of a, this is my ready for action. My new pink safety helmet has arrived, ready for being on site. The number of jokes I've gone on about pink helmets, I won't go there. So this one is showing some of the nice new goodies I had for Stampin' Up, and also I rehomed some of my mum's goodies that she didn't use anymore, and I made this card here. And then this was a filler card I made myself, and I just used some rub-ons that I've had for ages that I didn't know what to use them for. So I use them on there. As you can see, I'm still mixing fonts and colours, and I'm not a bit bothered by it. So this week here was when our little great nephew, Reuben, was a bit digger crazy, wanted to go across the plot and see the diggers, and he wanted to have a turn on them. There's a huge digger that's doing all the work over there, but he didn't want to go on that one, it was too big. So he went on the little dinky diggers. There he is here, Baby Driver. I'm still mixing all the collections of cards as well, and using like the filler cards. These are old Stampin' Up ones here. This one, we don't get many glorious days in November in Wales. So when we went over to the plot and the sun was shining, I was taking a photo. I was sort of stood up on the banking, which will be part of our garden, taking photos across the valleys because this will be our view. I also spent 2 lovely days, one evening and one full day, at a new craft club I've joined with my mum, and I was making cards. And the other celebration was my 45th birthday. But we went out for food and I forgot to take a photo. So instead, this was off a cut apart. I just circled the date and just talked about my 45th birthday and just kept it at that. How spooky. It took place in week 45. Look at that, that's fate. So, week 46. I also do a lot of crafting to sell at craft fairs at this time of the year, and I decorate plates with vinyl. So these are Santa plates. Then I took part in a YouTube hop for UK. I belong to a YouTube, a UK YouTube cooperative, if that makes any sense, a scrappy cooperative, and we did a bit of a YouTube hop. So I love taking part in that, and I did a Halloween layout. So I scrapbooked a photo of the scrapbook page that I scrapbooked. That makes sense. This has become a bit of a tradition, and this came up on my time hop. Every year we take, I say we, me, I take Izzy to Pets at Home to choose her own Christmas presents. Now, Izzy is my mum's dog, but my husband and I love having a little end of her. So instead of, this was Choose Joy, and I've changed that to say Choose Toys. The first year I did it, I couldn't actually get the toy back off her, so I had to manage to take the price label off, and I was in the queue with her, and she's only tiny, and all these people looking at me because that's all you could hear was because she had a squeezy pig that made the most awful noise. This is her second year, she chose a pig again. She loves pigs. So this is the Big Digger in action at the plot. And these are the other things I've been busy making. I've been making these little boxes, and they're filled with party hats and sweets. And as you can see, I've had quite a few orders, and people are choosing to use them instead of crackers this year. I had loads of different photos at the plot where I didn't have room to scrapbook. So I've just had a filler page, November at the plot, so many changes. And I've talked about how we finally reached the back of the plot. It's going to be the top of our garden. Just below these trees. So I've sort of talked about that. This is my husband's bottom because he was marking out the plot. They were doing all the measurements over there. My friend Aled and his lovely little boy James. James has also got an absolute love of diggers. So he came over, and obviously they had to go in the bucket of the digger. And I love this filler card. Life was meant for good friends and great adventures. So this one, I haven't quite finished this one because this is this week's. And this week I've had to have 2 days off work because I've had a stomach bug. I've actually had 11 children out of class today. It's doing the rounds at the moment. So I've sort of talked about that. So sometimes it is good to talk, well, not good to talk about, but important to talk about the not so nice days. As you can see, I am thinking about December arriving on Sunday, so I've started to add some Christmas filler cards in. Sadly, I was going to scrapbook photos. I should have been at a Christmas fair tonight, but I felt so dreadful yesterday that I had to cancel. And sadly, even though I'm feeling a lot better today, I was so behind with everything because I've been home ill. Then, this is December. I've had this filler card waiting to be used. Week 48. Once again, I'm mixing the fonts. And it doesn't matter to me at all. I'm also mixing all the collections of cards. These are old Stampin' Up! Ones. On this one. This one, and I think this one is this year's Stampin' Up! Cards. These ones are a couple of years old. I think this one I had in Hip Kit Club. And this is when I started to think that I might have made a very, well, small mistake, which has had dire consequences. Because as I'm doing December, week 49 memories, I'm thinking, oh, 49. I got to fit another 3 weeks in. And I'm running out of days. All these cards shown here are from the Hip Kit Club. Lots of these, I think I had this one. I bought 2017's December Daily in the Black Friday sale last year, so I've used that card. And I had 2018's December Daily kit in this year's sale. Not Black Friday sale because that Black Friday is actually tomorrow, but in their September sale. So I've done well there. And I think it was actually now that I realised what I've done, because I've got to week 50 and I'm thinking I haven't got enough days now to make another 2 weeks up. And then I've realised that I have numbered my weeks incorrectly. Not so much numbered the weeks incorrectly. I've done the dates of my week incorrectly, and I've sort of lost a week of the year. So my project life, even though it was every week of the year, I've managed to have 51 weeks instead of 52. I could pretend that the year is shorter in Wales, but I don't think anyone will believe me. It's because I've made a big mess, and I could go back and redo it all, but who's got time for that? So this is week 50, and as I say, a real mixture of cards again. Some of them are Hip Kit Club. This one is an old Stampin' Up! One. I don't even know where I had this one from. I don't know whether that's just a piece of paper I've cut to size. So the last week of my year is week 51. And I have just said Oh no, messed up my week numbering system. Should be week 52. And that's what I'm sticking with. So here's my last page here. And as you can see, it's all going to be about Christmas. I've got from the 24th. I go up, even in my December daily, I go up to the 31st. So there's the last week. As I say, if you have been tempted in the past to do Project Life, I absolutely would encourage you to do it, because I've loved just looking back through, seeing them all in one place. Because when I scrapbook, I tend to just scrapbook occasions and photos that I really love. Whereas this one, when it was my dad's birthday, in Project Life, there's space for you to talk about those sort of occasions. There's space for you to talk about the happy things, about the crappy things, about the sad things. I've talked about like my training, about me eating ice cream, Stampin' Up, about all my loves, and the excitement now of the plot, by finally buying the plot and starting the building process. I've talked about losing one of my best friends. And if this was a scrapbook, there's lots of this that I wouldn't have scrapbooked. I would have scrapbooked say birthdays and things like that. I perhaps wouldn't have scrapbooked the fact that I used the KonMari method for reorganising the junk drawer in the kitchen. But now when I look back at that, it makes me laugh a little bit that I got so excited by the fact that I reorganised the drawers. So give Project Life a go. Make it suit you. If you don't want to do every week in one big page, you could do a double spread of the whole month, a whole month in review. But you won't regret it. It is such a fantastic project to look back on. So huge welcome to all my new subscribers. If you have come across my channel by chance, I would dearly love you to become one of my subscribers. And if you hit that little notification bell, it'll tell you what I'm up to next. I hope to get another video done this weekend. I'll stop being such a lazy boot with it all. And I shall see you very soon. So thank you for joining me. I really appreciate it. Take care. Hwyl fawr, and I'll see you soon. Bye.